So, Teachers Connect. As always, if you're not on there, do go on there. It has grown since I've joined. I know there's quite a few more people on there. I've picked up quite a few followers. There's a ton more questions popping up, a ton more information popping up, and I just think it's great. And good morning, it's Monday, and it is about, what time is it actually? It's a little after 10:30. Mondays are my days off with Orangetheory, so I did not work out this morning. But I do have a list of things that I need to accomplish. I need to accomplish and I want to accomplish. I realized over the weekend that we are now in July, which means I still have about a month left of summer break, which is a lot of time. But I feel like I've done a lot more dilly-dallying and lollygagging over the past month than what I intended. So a part of me like had a slight panic attack when I realized it's July and this is your last month of summer break, and there are things that you either haven't started or haven't really accomplished. So that kind of kick-started me into making a list of things to do so that I'm being productive. I feel like, you know, I've been productive, but not as productive as I can be. So I made a list. Let's share what's on my list of things to do today, so that you guys can keep me accountable, because I'll check in later. Let's see. Today, I need to go to my classroom and get the chapter 4 math book, because I want to continue the intentional math planning that I started earlier or late in the school year. So I've done the first 3 chapters, and all it really means, oh, my arm is getting tired already. Let me switch arms. All that really means is that I'm looking at each chapter of Go Math and consolidating lessons where I can, and focusing on what the kids are really supposed to get out of each lesson to try and buy myself more time. This was based on a training that I went to with my district that was based on resources from Achieve the Core. So my goal is to have all the chapters done before school starts, if not all, most, and it doesn't take very long, so that's not a huge thing. I need to text my former coworker Michelle and Cindy and my current coworker Jenny and Peggy and propose something to them regarding a Teachers Pay Teachers project, or Teachers Pay Teachers product. I need to go to the credit union because it's the first. I no longer get paid. I will not be getting a paycheck from my district this month or next month, so now it's time for me to pay myself. So I need to go down to the credit union. I need to pay my bills. I need to email a parent that wants to be a part of the subcommittee that I joined for APEC. I need to review some information for a potential collaboration I might be doing, and I need to make my returns. Speaking of which, I want to thank you guys that watched my haul, because you saw something that in retrospect, I don't know how I missed it. So I showed you guys this shirt from TJ Maxx, the one that I was telling you had like the funny fit in the arms, but I was gonna keep it because I really like it. And then at least 3 of you, in just a quick little glimpse that I gave you, I don't know how you saw it, saw that this shirt actually has a hole in it right there. I didn't even know that. And had I not shared this, I would have put this on and then realized there was a hole. So I need to take this back to TJ Maxx. I think I'll be able to get another one because there were several of those shirts. Sorry, I'm looking out the window because there's people out there doing I don't know what. So I'm gonna do that, and then I need to take this shirt back to J. Crew Factory, or return it, or drop it off to be returned. This is what I got instead of 3 pairs of pants. I don't know. So I need to return that. There are also a couple of things that I realized I forgot to show you guys in the haul, and I'll show you guys that later. I forgot to show you the work bag that I bought and a pair of shoes that I got from Nordstrom Rack. And I also need to return a shirt to Nordstrom Rack because I didn't like the way it fit. But I will show you that. And I did end up getting some pants over the weekend, since those J. Crew pants are not in stock, and I don't feel like checking the website every couple of days. So that is what's on my list today. If you follow me on Instagram and watch my Insta stories, you also know that I started a DonorsChoose Project. I am trying to get 1 single iPad for my classroom to replace the one that is missing, stolen, I don't know where it is. So if you are interested in donating to that project, I will include the link in the description box. There's about close to 7,500 subscribers, and if just 600 of you donated $1, I would have the project funded in no time, and I would be eternally grateful. My goal is to try and get it funded before school starts, so I have it as soon as possible. While I'm thinking of it, I want to give a big shout out again to my friend Kohl from Camarillo. You have been way too generous to me. She has donated to my project. I just got an email this morning, so I want to say thank you, Nicole. I really do appreciate all the support, and just know that I don't expect anything from you, so to get anything is amazing. So I'm getting ready to eat some breakfast right now, and then I need to get started on my errands, and I will maybe check in with you guys as I'm doing them or when I get home, but that's pretty much it. So let's get this Monday started. All right, it is now about 10 minutes to 1. I have made my return at TJ Maxx and Nordstrom Rack, and I'll show you guys what I got in replacement of the items I returned when I get home. I am now outside of my credit union getting ready to pay myself. So for those of you that are looking to do something similar or want to understand what exactly it means when I say I pay myself, I know I've mentioned it before, but just in case, I get paid on a 10-month schedule with my school district. I could be paid on 12-month if I had them hold a little chunk of each of my checks. Very early on in my career with the district, thanks to a friend of mine, I came to my senses, and instead of having the district hold a little bit of my money, I have the credit union hold a little bit of my money so that I can earn interest on it. So what that means is every month I get paid, I have them hold $1,000 from each check, so that when the summer comes, I should have more than enough to cover me for the 2 months that I don't get paid. Normally I come in and I take it all out at once, and just stick it into my regular checking account. I don't really use the credit union aside from my summer savers account, and I have a very small checking account there that I really just use for emergency funds, but this is not my primary bank. So I usually take the whole thing out and then deposit it into my regular bank account. But this time around, I'm gonna go in there and double check. I think I'm just gonna take out half now and leave the other half in there so I can earn like a little bit more interest. But I do know that there's a deadline by which I have to have the money out. So I'm gonna go in there, do that, then I gotta go deposit it to my regular bank. I usually go inside for that because they put a hold on it sometimes, and then when I explain what it is, then they'll take the hold off. And the other thing that happens this month is I end up having to contact my bank. I bank with Chase, because in the month of July, I think, and in the month of August, they charge me a monthly fee for my account because I don't have a direct deposit, and that monthly fee is like $12 or something, and it's because I don't have a direct deposit coming in that month. So what I have to do is I have to call and let them know that I don't have a direct deposit because I'm a teacher and I have to manually pay myself, and then they always reverse that fee, and I think my account is actually noted. So for those of you out there who maybe do something similar and you belong to Chase or any other bank for that matter, I would check your account around this time of year if you don't get a direct deposit, because your bank may be charging you for the account, because a lot of times having a direct deposit is a way to keep your checking account free. So I would check your statements, because you might be getting charged, and at least with my bank, if you call and explain to them why that is, they'll reverse the fee and then note your account, or you'll just have to do that every summer. So I'm gonna go in there, get this business handled, and I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Okay, it's a little bit later. It's almost 3 o'clock. Last time I saw you, I was at the credit union, so I've done that. Before I went to my bank to deposit the check, I'm actually about to do that right now. I stopped by the school because it was on the way. Jenny's there. She's working on her classroom. She did decide to hang her paper horizontally, so she's getting that done. And I decorated the shelves with those things I showed you guys last week. I intended to show you the progress that I made, but I completely forgot, and I'm not 100% sure that that's the way it's gonna stay. So I did that. I picked up my math TE that I wanted to get, and then Jenny and I chatted for a minute. While I was there, the maintenance people were painting the parking lot. So hopefully that means we're getting assigned parking spots next year, because I don't know, parking was an issue last year. So Target, I know I put this on my Insta story yesterday, but I know not everybody catches those. So I decided to come back to get these folders. So yesterday I did an Insta story saying that these were out in the back to school section. The back to school section at my Target is not completely put together, but you can tell they're putting it together. So I decided to see if they had these, because I always want coordinating folders, so I need gray ones, and I need 30, and I hate having to scavenger through the mess that becomes the back to school section to get 30 of these. So I grabbed these. These are 50 cents a piece, and what I said in my Insta story is I use these for weekly folders, so these stay in their mailboxes. They take these home on Wednesday with all their grade at work, school announcements, and then they bring them back on Thursday empty, and they stay in their mailbox until the next week. What's nice about these is that these will last the entire school year. I used to buy the paper ones that were about 15 cents, and depending on the student, I will say the majority of the students by the end of first trimester, those folders were in terrible shape, if not completely wrecked, in multiple pieces, and that would drive me crazy. So I buy these. And some of the kids will leave these at the end of the school year, and if they do, I just recycle them. So I probably have maybe 5 of these in my classroom right now from last year. And so today I decided to come back and get yellow ones, and the yellow ones will be used for unfinished work in the classroom. So these will never leave the classroom, or they shouldn't. Some students take these home anyway. Excuse me. But I will admit, for the unfinished work folders, up until now, I was using those paper folders, thinking that, well, they're just staying in their desk, they should stay neat. But no, I had some boys who had their folders in several pieces, and it was a mess. So I went and bought these. So you can get a set of 30 for about $15. And like I said in my Insta story, I will this is how I choose to spend some of the $100 that I get from my school. So I'm saving my receipts to turn into the secretary when that time comes. Then, oh, I put my wallet in the Target bag, okay. Then the other thing I got was this plant, because I'm not 100% in love with the finished product of my bookcases. So I was walking to the checkout, and this was just randomly in a spot in the wrong place, and so I got this. If you are very attentive to my living room, you will know that I have this plant in my living room. It's just, this is like a slate color instead of white. So I bought this to see if I can do something with it. And while I was there, I stopped and got a Starbucks. I got a small one. I do want to stay awake, but I don't want to be as awake as a venti would make me. What I want it to do, and I'm gonna go ahead and have one of those moments where I admit I should have listened to my mother. I think last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, my mom texted me or called me and said, TJ, that's what my family calls me, much to my chagrin. TJ, you need to go try the Dragonfly refresher. It's really good. Me and my mom, I've talked about this before, years ago, we're in love with the Valencia Orange refresher. They discontinued it, and we've tried other refreshers along the way, but she said this one was really, really good and I needed to try it. And she sent me a couple of texts over the past week checking to see if I had tried it, because she was that serious about it, and I hadn't. And I was like, Mom, I'll try it. It's not going anywhere. I'll get to it. Well, now I guess people have caught on to that refresher, and they are sold out at every Starbucks in her neighborhood as well as my neighborhood. So I just checked the Starbucks and the Target. They're completely sold out. The Starbucks that's right here, because there's literally a Starbucks right here and a Starbucks and Target, that one's sold out. So have you guys tried it? If not, I suggest you do. I haven't tasted it yet, but everyone, well, not everyone, by everyone I mean my mom. My mom says it's really good, and it must be really good if they're sold out of it. So that is that. I'm getting ready to drive to the bank, which is just on the other side of this shopping center, and deposit my check, and then I'm going home to check something else off my list. So that's what's going on. I'll talk to you later. Okay, it is 3:15. I'm home for the day. As far as running my errands is concerned, I am going to be changing into some shorts in just a second because it's pretty hot today. But I did want to show you the things that I exchanged or what I got in return. So the first thing is that shirt that had the hole in it that I didn't know about, but thanks to you guys, I found out about it. Luckily, I was able to find another one. It's the same shirt. It's just this one is black. which I might actually prefer. I checked the arms. There is no hole there, so that worked out. This was like at the very last minute because I had to go piece by piece on the rack, and I was at a different TJ Maxx, so at first I didn't think I was going to be able to get a replacement, but I found this one at the last minute just in a different color. Then I went to Nordstrom Rack, which was luckily in the same shopping center, and what I had was like a button down blush colored sheer type top, and it was long and I liked the length of it, but I did not like the way it fit in the arms, so you guys never got to see that, but that's pretty much what it was. And I exchanged that for another top. I really like this color. I don't think I've ever had anything in this color, so I think this will be really nice for the fall. And bonus, this was about $5 cheaper than what the top I was returning was. So that is what I exchanged. The things I forgot to show you was, first, since it's here, I bought a new work bag. I bought this months ago. I think I bought this in March because I had a gift card or something, or I had a Nordstrom note. There was some reason why I bought it a while ago. And I'm embarrassed to admit that I just go through a lot of work bags, not because I tear them up, but because I see one and I have to have it, and then I see another one and I have to have that one. And so that's what happened with this. I saw this on Nordstrom. At first I was looking for like a Marc Jacobs duffel bag, and then I saw this and it was obviously much cheaper. So it's pretty big. I'm gonna try and put it on so that you guys can kind of get a sense. So you can see it's pretty sizable, which I like, and I like it big because my intention is I will be able to put all my work stuff in here along with my lunch bag, so that when I leave in the morning or leave school and come home, I'm not carrying like my work bag, my purse, my lunch bag. I should be able to at least get my lunch bag in here and just have my purse, and if not, I might even be able to fit my purse in here for as large as this opens. So this is from, the brand is Herschel, and it was, I want to say this was about $60. If I can find the link and if they still have it, I will put it in the description box. But it's very, oh, I have the receipt here so I can tell you for sure. Oh no, that's not it. I have all kinds of receipts in here, but it's not for this. But anyway, if I can find it online, I will link it. So I bought that, and then for school, I bought another hydro flask. So I bought a white one. This one is just for school, and the other one that I have that you guys have seen will just strictly be at home and when I go to Orangetheory. So did I need another hydro flask? I sure didn't. But I wanted another one, and I liked the white one because I just thought it looked really nice and clean and simple. So those are the other school purchases that I've made. Oh, sorry, I thought I saw something, but it's just the bag. And then the other thing that I forgot to show you, and I think I forgot to show you this because I had already put these in the containers that I use for my shoes. I think at some point in the summer, I'll do like how I organize my closet. I think I mentioned that. So I leave all my shoes in these containers here just because they're all the same size and it makes it easy to stack in the closet. So I'd already put these in one of those, and so I forgot. But I bought these black shoes here. These are Rockin' Candy. These came from Nordstrom. They're just little black sandals. They're suede. And then they have this little sassy tassel on the back. And I thought, how fun. So these were $24.97, so $25. So those are the things I forgot to show you. Now, as far as my pants with J. Crew and them not having them anymore, I'm too lazy to keep checking the website to see if they have them. And truth be told, the way my body shape is, I really need to try on pants before I buy them. And I'm gonna move you guys because I feel like the lighting is not the best. That's a little bit better. So over the weekend, I decided to go to a place I don't really go to often, and I have a certain feeling about going here. And I know it's very judgy, and I'm embarrassed to admit that, but I had to just come to my senses. So I decided to go to Kohl's. Now I know Kohl's has like a Jennifer Lopez line, a Lauren Conrad line. I have like a top or two from Kohl's that I really like. But every time I think about Kohl's and clothing, I just think of like mom jeans and that kind of clothing, and I don't ever want to get to that place in life in terms of fashion. But the reason I went is because what I do know about Kohl's is that their pants are probably more likely to be cut for someone that has a body shape like I do in terms of my bottom half, and that I would have a fair amount of luck there finding the type of pants that I wanted. So my dilemma was I wanted slim fitting work pants, but by slim fitting, I don't want them to be extremely tight on me or look like I'm wearing leggings. So those of you that have thicker bottom halves know that most of the pants, when it says skinny, it is like super skinny. There is no room for you to have thick thighs, no room for you to have a bigger butt. And anytime I try on something that is called skinny, I am lucky if I can get those pants up to my kneecaps. However, I need like a skinny, slim look, if that makes sense. So that's what I was looking for. And it took me a minute, but I found them. So if you're looking for something like that, I found these pants at Kohl's. And they're currently on sale right now. I think they're regular priced. Let's see if I can find a price tag on this one. No, I don't see. None of them have a price tag on it, but I know they were on sale. So they're from Apartment 9. They are called that's why. Hold on. This one is different. The other pants I'll show you, but the brand or the cut that I really like is called the Tory. So I tried these on, same size as the other ones, but last night I tried these on and I couldn't understand why these felt a little bit more snug than the other ones. But it's because, and these are actually even a size larger, and that just proves my point. These are skinny pants, but it's because it's a different cut. So I'm not really gonna show you these because these may be going back. The ones I want to talk about are these here. Yeah, these are called the Tory. So they have a nice fit. They're work appropriate. These are for work. They're not casual. They have a slim fit, but they're not tight on you. So these aren't called straight. It's just, or these aren't called skinny, excuse me. These are a straight cut, and that's exactly what I was looking for. So when I tried the black pair on and they fit well, I immediately went back and got a pair in every single basic color that I could find. So I got them in black. I got them in this like taupe color. And, oh, okay, I'm confused. And I got them in gray. I must have bought 2 pairs of gray pants. Yeah, that's what happened. It's sad when you forget what you buy. So I did get them in gray and the Tory cut. So these are the pants that I found at Kohl's, and I also got them in navy blue. So if you are like me and you have like a similar body type, but you want some like skinny fitting pants, you don't want a boot cut pants, because a boot cut pant doesn't work with every top. And so when I was talking to my mom about it, I was telling her certain tops need certain kind of pants, and there's tops that I have that just would not look right with like a boot cut pair of pants. And so this was something I was frustrated that I didn't have in my closet last year. So I had specifically went out on a mission for these kinds of pants. So I got those in addition to these pants here that are not the Tory. And now I do remember, these are capri pants, I think. Or you know what, guys, I'm sorry, maybe they're not capri pants. They're not capri pants. But these don't even have a button. They have an elastic waist. But these, I had to get a size larger for them to look appropriate. So I got those. And I feel like there's another pair that I'm missing. I gotta go to my closet. I'll be right back. Okay, here they are. So I got another pair, same thing, stretchy in the waist, but these are capris, and these are in like an ox blood color, which is a color of pants I've been looking for a while. I'm kind of irritated that they're capri pants because I really wanted them to come to at least my ankle, but I got them anyway, and I'll keep looking for non-capri pants in this color. So now you guys are all caught up on all the things that I bought over the course of some months. I'm going to close the vlog for the day here because it's already long, and I'm just going to be working and resting for the rest of the day. So I will certainly talk to you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you then. So I'm at Michael's right now, and I've decided to get this magazine layout framed. So I'm gonna go with these colors here in this frame, and it should be ready in about 2 weeks. Just found out that Michael's gives you guys a discount for framing if you're a teacher. So if you ever need anything professionally framed, which I've gotten a lot of things framed professionally at Michael's, they do give teacher discount. Don't forget to ask, because I didn't know that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, everybody, here's my post-workout glow. I just finished up an Orangetheory class at 8:45. This one was endurance, but it was one of the easier ones. And I only burned, according to the monitor, 375 calories, and I got, I think, 21 points or something like that. I'm not sure. Wow. I'm not sure how accurate that is, because they have been having issues with their system, but anyway. But I came on because there's a Starbucks right next door, and I decided to try and see if this Starbucks had the mango dragon fruit fly refresher. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. And they did, so I'm trying it out. I only got the grande because I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I'm pretty sure I will, because my mom is convinced that I will. So I thought I'd taste it here with you guys, so I can let you guys know. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's no Valencia orange refresher, but it is good. It's unsweetened, and I'm satisfied with it, which is rare for me, because I do tend to like things sweet. So I would recommend it for the summer. I'm getting ready to go to the grocery store because I have no breakfast food to eat. And then I need to go home and get my thoughts together as to what I'm gonna do today. I know I need to do some laundry. I need to prepare to film a video tomorrow. I will probably be filming a classroom management video, because I asked on Instagram what would you guys, or if you had any ideas for the sit down video, since I've been trying to do one sit down video on a Saturday and the vlog on Sunday. And multiple people asked for classroom management, amongst other things. Some other ideas that came up was lesson planning. One of you, Nicole, who I've mentioned quite a few times lately, said that she would like a video just talking about what lesson planning is. And the point that she made, which I thought was very interesting because I had never thought of it, is she was saying, as someone that's new to teaching, when she hears those of us that have been teaching for a while talk about I need to go lesson plan, there's a part of her that's questioning what that really means, because we've been teaching for a while, and we've been teaching the same grade level in some cases, and so you would think there's not much variation in the lesson plan or the lessons that we're doing from year to year. So what exactly are we doing when we're lesson planning? So I thought that was a good idea. Someone else mentioned a video about dealing with difficult parents, which is also something that I've thought about doing. And then someone, Queen Lexus on Instagram, suggested that I do one that's not necessarily teaching related. She said that she'd like to know a little bit more about me as a person. So one idea I had, and I'm gonna put myself out there, I may or may not do this, because every time I muster up the courage to say I'm gonna do it, I change my mind, is just talking about what it's like to be a single professional woman over 30 in today's society, because I do think it comes with some unique challenges. So I need to go home and figure out which video I'm going to film, and I need to film another one for something else. So I know at the very least I'm going to the grocery store, I'm going to do laundry, and at least figure out what I'm filming tomorrow. And I might even have to film a video today, depending on tomorrow, because tomorrow's a holiday. I'm going to a neighborhood block party, and I'm not sure that I'll have time to film tomorrow and do that. I just know that between today and tomorrow, at least one video needs to be filmed. So I'm headed to the grocery store right now. I'll check in with you guys at some point later on today. And that's it. All right, I'm home from the grocery store. It's about 11:15, and I thought, why not share what I just bought at the grocery store? It's summer. These vlogs are just kind of a little bit different since I'm not at work. And I know I like seeing what people buy at the grocery store for some reason, so I thought I'd share. So I went there for breakfast things, and you're not gonna see my face because I have to work with what I have. So I went to get some breakfast things, but I also got some lunch. So I also want to show you these cute reusable bags that I got from Macy's years ago, before paying for your bags was a thing. So if someone asks, I don't think these are available. I've had these for probably like 5 years, and they can hold quite a bit, as you can see. But I got 3 bags of this salad. They were on sale, 3 for $10. I went to Stater Brothers. I don't know if Stater Brothers is in any other states, but they're kind of known for having cheaper prices. So this is the sweet kale salad. So I bought 3 of these because this is my favorite. So 1, 2, and there's a third. Here's a third one. And because typically for me, the salad kits don't have enough salad dressing, I always buy a bottle of poppy seed salad dressing, because that's the kind of dressing that's in these, so that if I need a little bit more salad dressing, I can do that. Then I discovered this a couple weeks ago. Mrs. Bell, or Patty, who was my room mom last year, gave me some chips. Let me see if I can find them. Here they are. She gave me this bag of chips that she found at Costco, but they no longer sell them. And they are chickpea veggie chips. And they're actually pretty good, but I wanted to taste them dipped in something. And so I happened to see this at Stater Brothers. And this is from Sabra. It is spinach parmesan tzatziki dip. And it is, I want to say this, yeah, it's made with vegetables and Greek yogurt. So it's not too bad for you. I dare say it's healthy. So I use this to dip these chips in, so I needed some more of that. I bought my favorite type of gum. I bought a dozen eggs for breakfast. I bought the breakfast sausages that I always use. Now, I'm a little embarrassed. I do eat these, and the reason I'm embarrassed is because these are just fully cooked sausages that I put in the microwave, and I know that's not good because that means these are filled with preservatives, but I mean, I do what I can. Then I bought a larger box of Eggo waffles. These are wheat waffles. Again, I know I could make real waffles, but I'm too lazy. I just like to pop these in the toaster. Then I decided to try this type of Skinny Cow ice cream. These are Living the Double Caramel Dream. So I'm excited to try those. And then, because I had been craving them, I bought some more pineapple spears. And I don't know if I showed this to you, but I also bought a rotisserie chicken. So my plan is for breakfast, I always eat this. I don't necessarily eat breakfast every day. It just depends on my schedule. But for lunch, I have been really bad these past couple of weeks, and I've been going places to get lunch and just spending more money on eating out than what is typical for me, and I don't want to get into that bad habit. So I needed to buy some lunch items, what I'm supposed to be doing, but I just haven't mustered up the energy to take these grocery trips. I've done it a couple times, but there's a few recipes that I've pinned on my Pinterest page that are like low carb, healthier recipes that can be made in a crock pot. And so my intention has been every week to try a new recipe, and that hasn't really panned out. I've tried 2. The last one I tried, I can't remember if I showed it to you or if it ended up in a vlog, but it was, I think it was Kung Pao chicken in a crock pot, and it wasn't bad. And then before that, I made a chili verde soup or stew or something. There's a crock pot lasagna that I want to try, but I have to like make a list of ingredients, and because I'm on with Blue Apron, I'm so spoiled about grocery shopping that for me to be in the grocery store for more than 20 minutes feels like an eternity now. But in the meantime, I still need to eat lunch, so that's what I'm doing with these salads. So my plan is to have some salad and some rotisserie chicken for lunch over the next week. So I'm gonna put all this away. I'm gonna call my sister because it is her birthday. I know by the time you see this, her birthday will have passed. I'm not gonna tell you how old she is because that's her business, but I need to call her and wish her a happy birthday, and then I need to take care of some things to do. So it's probably gonna be a while before I check in with you guys again because I wanna be productive, but that's it. That's what I'm doing. Okay, I am in my classroom. Obviously, I'm wearing my sunglasses because I don't have my regular glasses and I can't see without one or the other. But I wanted to show you the finished product of the shelves. in my classroom. Let me know what you guys think. So I'm gonna flip the camera around. So here is what I've decided to do with these bottom two shelves. I just bought some plants that you guys saw last week from Home Goods. This sign, where's right here, is from Michael's. I got that yesterday when I dropped my picture off, or my magazine off to be framed. This hashtag sign came from someone, Peggy, my other teammate. She gave that to me. This came from Michael's yesterday, and then this came from Target. I think I'm happy with it. Sorry, my finger was in the way. I don't think I'm gonna change it. This bottom shelf right here is where I will keep my work bag. And then I decided to decorate the top for summer. So I went to Five Below yesterday and got all of those things. I tried to decorate the top of this to change with the season. So it will probably look like that until the fall. So that's what I did. That's the update to my classroom. Let me know if you like it. And that's it. I'll check in with you guys later. Good evening. It's 9:45. I'm just coming in to close this out for the day. The last time I saw you, I think I was in my classroom. Since then, I went and ran some errands, got my sister her gift card, stopped by the dry cleaners, returned the shirt, or took the shirt to UPS from J. Crew to be returned. And then I picked up a cake for tomorrow, and then I came home. And I actually needed to take a nap, and then I took Genesis on a walk, cooked dinner, and here I am. So I'm probably gonna work on some math stuff right now, but I definitely wanted to close this out. I might check in tomorrow at some point, but not a whole lot because it is a holiday and I'll be at someone else's house, and I don't think I'll be vlogging that. But as far as Genesis, we took our walk. There she is over there. That is her favorite spot to go in after the walk and dinner. She always lays in that little spot to kind of end the night. So yeah, I don't know what time I'll go to bed. It'll probably be around 1 or so. If not, it could be later. I have Orangetheory tomorrow at 10, so I can stay up a little bit later. But I need to look at what I've gotten done so far for math and go from there. So I just want to say goodnight for today, and I'll talk to you guys at some point tomorrow. Good afternoon. It is Thursday at about 2:30, and this is the first time I'm checking in since Tuesday. I did not vlog at all yesterday. I knew that I wouldn't, just because it was a holiday and there wasn't much for me to vlog. And then as far as what I did for the 4th of July, I went to a block party, and I wasn't gonna vlog there because there's a lot of people there that I don't know, and the last thing I wanna do is take out a camera and start recording. But I had a good time. I was there probably from about 3 to maybe close to 10 o'clock. Great fireworks, met quite a few new people. Wasn't too hot, so it was fun. Today I got up, I took Genesis to the vet, and I was just debating on whether or not I wanted to talk about this, but I will, just because I just said it and it is a part of my day. I took her back to PetSmart. She's getting some follow-up work done to see if the change in her diet and her medication is helping out. And there's been a couple of people that, not in a mean way, but I think just kind of like in their experience have like insinuated that Genesis might be living her final days, which I must admit, when I read that comment, was very jarring, or those couple of comments was very jarring. And maybe that PetSmart isn't doing what they need to be doing. I will say a couple of things. I definitely think Genesis has a couple more years in her. Knock on wood. She will be 13 in July. But hopefully you can see, because I feel, especially when I walk her and people ask about her, how old she is, when I say she's going to be 13, people are pretty surprised because she still looks youthful and sprightly and whatever. And her overall disposition and demeanor is fine. She just is sneezing quite a bit and coughing, which is the medication I'm giving her, and trying to get that under control. But I don't know if I will be able to because she may have allergies. And the liver situation has been happening since, I want to say, late last year, like maybe November, December. And that only came about because I was trying to get her teeth clean. And they've been up, they've been down, they've been normal, they've been not normal, they've been close to normal. And that's kind of where they are are right now. And what PetSmart and I are doing are just trying to exhaust all options that are not super expensive, and that's the process that we're in. If things continue, then the next step I've already been told is, you know, we can get an ultrasound done, but that's pricey. It's not covered by my pet insurance. And, you know, they're honest with me as well as saying, you know, she's getting older. She, you know, this is just a part of the aging process. So I don't think that they're trying to keep anything from me. I don't feel like they're being dishonest with me in any way. And God willing, my little Genesis will be here for a couple more years. She's fine. Otherwise, she eats, she plays, she has an attitude, she does all that. But so that's where she's at. She was dropped off this morning at about 8, maybe 8:15 or so, and then I went to Orangetheory for an 8:45 class. Today's class was Power, I think it was. And let's see what I did for today. Burned 556 calories, got 20 splat points, 19 minutes in the orange and 2 minutes in the red. Then I left there and I had to go to my classroom to water my plant so that it doesn't die. And I dropped off some things, rearranged the shelf a little bit, chatted with Jenny for a moment. I didn't have my camera, otherwise I would have shown you, and I just didn't think to pull out my phone. I don't want Jenny to feel like she's gonna be on camera every time I see her. And then I went and got a nice coffee from McDonald's because I was in the neighborhood and I felt like I needed to go there. I know a couple of you have sent me messages either on Instagram or through the comments in the videos, and you've tried your very first McDonald's sugar-free iced coffee and you love it just as much as I do. If you're buying them, don't forget to use the app. You have to have the employee, if you go through the drive-through or order in the restaurant, you have to have them scan the barcode before you pay. And every time you buy 5, you get the next one for free. You can get any size you want, so don't forget to do that. If you order through the app and just go and pick up curbside, it automatically tracks it for you. That's my little iced coffee tip for the day. Did that, and then I came home, ate, and I tried to do some work. I did a little bit, and then I just had to take a nap. For some reason, today's workout just made me physically tired. I think I challenged myself with weights in the weight room, and that made me physically tired. And we had to, as a part of our workout, run at a higher speed, and that made me tired, I think. So I took a nap, and I just woke up from that not too long ago. So what I am doing, because I feel like July has to be the month of crunch time, is I am working on chapter 4 of Go Math with the intentional math plans. I am on lesson 4.3. I was just looking at the supplemental material that was suggested by Achieve the Core. So there's these extra lessons that they want you to attach to lesson 4.3 in 3rd grade. So I'm getting ready to work on that. My goal is to get through at least chapter 4 today and then see how I feel after that. So nothing super exciting, just staying indoors today because it's going to be extremely hot for the next few days. And then waiting for the vet to call me about Genesis. So that is it. As far as anything else, I think this week for Teachers Connect, I'm going to be writing a post on classroom management. I recorded a video on classroom management yesterday. If you're watching this, you should have already seen it by now or already have access to it. That one was a little bit different for me because it was unscripted in the sense that normally when I do sit down videos, I have like a bit of an outline so that I know what I want to say in the order I want to say it. And that one, for some reason, I couldn't really outline it. Like I couldn't think of how to outline it. So I just kind of talked off the cuff. So hopefully it comes across well, and hopefully it's addressing some of the questions some of you might have or some information some of you might want to hear. So I need to write the post to go with that still and edit that and upload it. So that is it. I'm gonna put the camera down right now so that I can be productive, and I'll check in with you guys later. Okay, it's now a little bit after 5. I have finished intentional math planning for chapter 4. I was gonna maybe start chapter 5, and then I realized I don't even have the TE for chapter 5, so I'm done with that. I'm going to go upstairs right now and shred some mail that needs to be shredded. Still waiting for Genesis to be ready to be picked up. But in the meantime, since the last time I talked to you, an Amazon order came that I placed a couple days ago. So I thought I'd share that with you. It's really nothing much. I did get this book. I'm sure you guys have seen this before because I've seen it quite a few times. It's called Jabari Jumps. And I just thought this would be a good book to read at the beginning of the year, since he's in a swimming pool. And when we start school, we are still technically in the throes of summer. So I thought that would be a good book to read at the beginning of the year to kind of introduce the idea of growth mindset in a very light way. So I bought that. Then just to get ready for the school year, because there's some things I'm looking at buying on Teachers Pay Teachers that are gonna need to be printed on cardstock. I got 2 packs of white cardstock, and there's 75 sheets in each pack. And then, this is unschool related, but I bought a new pop socket for my phone. So I have this one. This was a gift from Teacher Appreciation Week. And at first I was not really sold on the idea of having one of these on the back of my phone because I thought I don't want anything on the back. But now that I've been using it, I've grown accustomed to it. The only thing is it's not very flush with the phone. I don't know if that's like the technical term, but you see how thick that kind of comes out. So I was trying to see if maybe I can get one that's not as thick, and this one looks like it might do the trick. So I'm gonna put that on my phone. So that's what's been going on. I feel like I've been productive, and I kind of want to go somewhere and get out, but it is hot. It's not as hot as it's going to be, but I went outside just to water some plants, and I was hot for the few minutes that I was out there. And I have a feeling I will be indoors for the next couple of days because tomorrow I just watched the news and it's supposed to be 114 degrees out here tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna exercise and promptly bring myself back into the air-conditioned house. So I'm gonna go upstairs, shred some paper. Maybe by then they'll call me to pick up Genesis, and then carry on with my day. So I'll check in later. Hello? Okay, so that was Banfield, the pet hospital at PetSmart, to call about Genesis. And the good news is she's doing much better. Her liver levels are at an appropriate place. There was a very significant improvement, so the medication's working as well as the diet, so we're gonna keep her with that. As far as the sneezing, they noticed a lot of what I noticed as far as that's concerned, that she tends to sneeze when she's excited or like well, I mean, basically just excited. If something happens out of the ordinary and she's excited by it, that usually triggers her to sneeze. I also told them that she does a lot of, they're not sneezes, it's kind of like she's trying to clear her throat, or she has something in her throat. So she makes a lot of those noises all day, and they heard that, but that is more so associated with, she has like a blocked airway and asthma and or allergies, and that's more associated with that. And so they said that's really what that's coming from. But the vet was very pleased with her progress. She said she looked much better today than when he saw her a little while ago, so she's ready for me to pick her up. I'm just going to finish shredding this paper here, and then I'm going to go get her, and that's it. So I have lost track how much money I've spent over the past couple months just trying to get things situated, and it's frustrating because, you know, especially in the summer when, you know, you're trying to make sure to budget your money appropriately. So today's visit with the blood work that she got done plus the medication is going to cost me about $200 out of pocket, which I know is less than what it would have cost had I not had the pet insurance. But as painful as it is, it's worth it, because I'm sure you guys have gathered, as much as I talk about her and say she has an attitude, I really love her to pieces. And just the thought of the time coming when she's not here is just like, I can only even contemplate that for a moment before I start to feel myself getting upset. So if you're one of the people that made a comment kind of alluding to the fact that she might be in her last days, and I talked about it earlier, I know that you meant no offense by that and you were trying to help, but that is just such like a thought that I can't even entertain. So it was very hard for me to read, but I'm happy to report that she's doing well. She apparently put up quite a fight while she was there when they were trying to take her blood work, which I'm not surprised by. But so I'm gonna finish shredding, and then I'm gonna go get my dog, and then I'll show her to you so that you can see her, and then I don't know what's gonna happen after that. So I'll talk to you guys later. Come here. Look who's home. It's Genesis. Genesis is a little agitated because she doesn't like her accessories, but she has to keep those on for a couple hours. Poop, come here. Say hi. She's doing better. She's in a mood right now. It's too much, so she needs to eat a little. So yeah, she's doing better. They really like her there with all of her sass included. Before I picked her up, I did stop at Target. I bought a couple of things that I don't know that I needed them, but I bought them. So the first thing that I bought, oh my gosh, where is it now? I got nervous. I bought, because I've heard of these for quite a while from quite a few people. I bought these mid liners. The reason I bought them today is because I don't think I realized that these function as both markers and highlighters to an extent, and they are double-sided. So there's like a thinner side and a thicker side, I think. And then the thing that I'm really questioning, because I'm not 100% sure, and this is me going against my own advice, I think I know what I'm gonna use this for, but I'm not 100% sure, is I bought this caddy. It's white and gold on the inside. And at first I wasn't gonna get it, but I remembered that I bought myself some specific dry erase markers from Amazon that I don't want my students using at any point. So my thought is I will keep those particular markers in this caddy, and that will be very clearly marked saying these are just for me to use. So that was the fun that I had at Target today. So I'm gonna keep an eye on Genesis. I'm probably gonna go upstairs and fold some laundry so that she can kind of relax. And I don't know if you guys can hear that, but she's really whining. And then eventually I can take her out on a walk, I think, but I need her to eat first, and we'll go from there. So she's back home. She's not the happiest right now, but she's healthy. Jenny. There you go, good girl. So it's almost 1 o'clock and I'm getting ready to head out to get some lunch. I'm going to get a pizza from Pyology because I just want one. And then I'm going to get a cold brew at Starbucks because I have some work to do today and I'm going to try and avoid taking a nap. This morning, same old, went to a 10 o'clock class at Orangetheory. And let's see, I don't remember off the top of my head. Let's see how I did today. I burned 548 calories, 25 splat points, 20 minutes in the orange, 5 minutes in the red. My arms are super sore from today and yesterday. I'm not gonna go tomorrow. There was something else I was gonna tell you. I can't remember. Oh, but that's dark. I do know that I will probably be in the house most of the day. It is currently about 112 degrees outside, which is hotter than normal for this area. So even just taking Genesis out to use the bathroom is too much. So I'm gonna go get some lunch, get my coffee so that I can stay awake a little bit longer, and then probably just get some work done during the day. So I don't know how much checking in I'm gonna do because that's kind of boring. I'm not gonna be doing anything exciting, but I will try my best to check in at some point. If you want to see a little shot of Genesis, here she is, just keeping cool herself. Say hi, Jenny. Jenny wants to thank everyone from Instagram and Facebook last night that was happy to hear that she's doing much better. She got a lot of love. So that is what is going on as of right now. I'm getting ready to leave, and then I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Okay, it is 7:21. I believe the last time I checked in, or the last little clip, was of me getting ready to have my lunch. So I had a very tasty salad from one of those salad bags that I showed you guys earlier in the week, and a couple of slices from my pizza from Pyology. Pyology is like a Subway for pizza, where you build your own pizza. It's one flat cost. They have pre-made, or not pre-made, but standard recipe pizzas also, but I always do the build your own because it's such a good price and you can put whatever you want on it. So I had that for lunch. I did have my iced coffee, and what did I accomplish since then? I finished the intentional math plans for chapter 5 of math. Then I surprisingly still needed to take a nap, and I took it. I drank all of my coffee from Starbucks. I don't know if it wasn't as strong as it normally is, or I was just that tired. I think sometimes your body is just that tired that you need a nap despite the coffee. And I know that I was just physically tired from the last 2 days of working out for some reason. So I did take about a 45-minute nap. And then I woke up to find out that my DonorsChoose Project is at the halfway mark. Liza, you know, my friend Liza, she donated to my project, and her donation put me right at the halfway mark. So I'm almost there. It's been up and running for about a week. And those of you that are watching, if you donated, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if you're considering donating, I wouldn't be mad at it, especially those of you that have asked if I have a P.O. box, or you want to send a card, or you want to send something as a form of support, or thank you for something that you got from one of my vlogs. This is probably the best way that you can support me if that's what you're looking to do. You're not obligated, but I'm just saying, because I don't have a P.O. box. So hopefully I will get it funded by the time school starts, so I'm up and ready to go. If you are interested in donating to my DonorsChoose Project, I will include the link in the description box. And I swear to God, if you donate $1, you are getting a shout out on Instagram, because I will be very thankful for it. That's one less dollar that I need. So I did that. Then I responded to an email. I have kind of an exciting collaboration that I think is going to happen. I'm not going to give too much information about it in case something falls through. So I've been emailing with this company back and forth, and so far so good. I just have to figure out the specifics of it. So that's kind of exciting. And then I spent 57 minutes on the phone with the cable company because my DVRs decided that they no longer wanted to work. I have not left the house because it has been hot. It is still 107 degrees right now at 7:30. Genesis is probably not gonna go on a walk because it's just too hot for the both of us. So what I'm here to do is to close the vlog for the week, but before I do that, we're gonna do our Teachers Connect check-in, and then I need to eat dinner and edit my sit-down video on classroom management for tomorrow. So Teachers Connect. As always, if you're not on there, do go on there. It has grown since I've joined. I know there's quite a few more people on there. I've picked up quite a few followers. There's a ton more questions popping up, a ton more information popping up, and I just think it's great. And so, again, those of you that are watching me and responding to some of the questions I've posed, please make sure that you put your answers on Teachers Connect, because if you don't, I will try my best to get your information on here, but I can't always guarantee that I'll remember to do it, and it would just be best if it's coming straight from you. It's free, and why not interact with other teachers? So I'm going to be writing a post on Teachers Connect this week about classroom management, and my post is going to focus on the one thing that I think is most important when you're thinking about classroom management. I'm not going to tell you what that one thing is, but you will see it if you read the post. And then I'm going to be posing a question that I would like you guys to answer. And the question is going to be, if you had to choose one classroom management technique or one word that serves classroom management the best, what would it be and why? So I'm going to pose that question. I would love it if you guys could respond so that I can see the different perspectives. And then of course I go on and I answer some questions. I have found that I tend to gravitate more towards the teachers that are specifically saying that they're new, because I know that they need the most guidance and support, and they're the ones that are most thirsty. And that sounds bad. They're not thirsty. They're the ones that are just seeking out knowledge the most. So let me look at this one. This one came from a person named, I think you pronounce her name Shirai. If I'm saying your name incorrectly, I apologize. And she said, I'm starting student teaching in August. I would like some preparation tips. My response to her was pretty brief and simple, but I said, just go in with an open mind, absorb everything that you can, and take notes of things you like, have questions about, or even things you perhaps don't want to replicate. Make an effort to be proactive and interact with students as much as possible. Lastly, go in every day and conduct yourself as if you are on a perpetual interview. Be on time, dress professionally, attend staff meetings, etc. So that was my advice to her on that one. And then there was, let's see, Megan also posted something on here. For those of you that teach middle school, she gives some classroom management tips as well. And a link to her, I think it's her, I don't know if it's her video, but she does provide a link. Then here's another one that I liked, and I think I responded to. This one is from someone named Christina. She said, this is my 5th year teaching and my first year to be teaching 3rd. I'm really overwhelmed with my classroom. I moved into a retired teacher's class and everything is packed full of stuff she has kept for years. I have been spending days just throwing away things. School starts August 8th for me and I'm still cleaning out. I haven't even begun thinking of decorating the room or looking at curriculum. I'm still trying to find places for all my stuff. What can I do to make this process less overwhelming? The more I work in my room, the more I find myself sitting and wanting to cry at the mess. Now, I'm gonna try and say this as delicately as possible before I read a response. I am just baffled that, and if you've done this, no disrespect, this is just my opinion. I'm just baffled that when people move out of classrooms, that they just leave all their stuff in it without first checking with the person that's coming in to see if they actually want that stuff. I just find that to be so inconsiderate, because now that person has to wade through your stuff that you didn't want to deal with in addition to their stuff. So when I left my last classroom, I did ask the teacher that was coming in about certain things. Do you want this? Do you want that? I asked her if she wanted me to leave my room up. But if she had said, no, I don't want any of this, I want this whole room taken down, then I would have done that. Because now this teacher's in a position where she is overwhelmed. It's already overwhelming to move to a new classroom and move your things in, let alone having to move someone else's things out before you move your things in, especially if it's someone that sounds like they've been there for a while. My very first classroom, I never met the teacher because I think she transferred and I was new to that particular district, left stuff in that room that was a decade old. It was from the 90s, and my family and I had to spend so much time pulling it out and cleaning up. Even then I was just so shocked that someone would do that. So with that being said, so please don't do that. If you ever move out of a classroom, please don't do that. You wouldn't want someone to do that to you. When you move out of your house, you don't leave all your stuff that you don't want in the house for the new people to come in. So why would you do that in your classroom? I don't know. So I said, along with some other people, I got confused there for a second. I said this process can be a little overwhelming. First, if items were left in the classroom by the previous teacher, I would contact them and ask them when and if they plan to pick up the items they left behind. This is my passive aggressive way of indicating that I have no use for their items. That's just me. That is what I would do. You may get lucky and they may decide to come pick up their items, making your life a little easier. If that doesn't work, then yes, it is time to make some snap decisions. One year I tossed out anything I had not used in the recent past or anything that had honestly run its course. It was the most liberating thing ever. I have a couple of typos in my response. I should have really proofread that one. Once you get rid of unnecessary things, you make way for a clear mind. I agree with much of what has been said already. Recruit help if you can get it. Make, keep, and toss piles. Don't unpack your stuff until you've put everything else away. And finally, have a clear objective for the day when you go in the classroom. For example, today my focus is organizing my desk area. Good luck. So if you're in that situation, the tips that other people said is, create piles. Things you're gonna keep, things you know you don't want, things that you're unsure about. Definitely don't start unpacking your stuff until all that stuff is cleared out, because that will create chaos. I know when I went into my room last year after I put paper up and did all that, I would go in there and say, today I'm just focusing on organizing that particular drawer, and that made it more manageable. And I also remind myself, in those situations, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. If you've seen me in my classroom, and even if you saw some of the clips last year through the vlogs and I think through Instagram, there were times where my class was a complete disaster area. There was trash everywhere, and I just knew this is it getting worse before it gets better. But take your time, use your time wisely, and it will get done eventually. It will happen. So those are a couple of the posts that I responded to. I responded to more. I've already been talking for 12 minutes and I don't want to take up too much time. And then lastly, I want to show you these highlighters that I just discovered. I did not know about these. I'm sure you all know about them. These are called midliners. And did I talk about these yesterday? I may have. They're called midliners. I got them from Target. I think I did talk about them last night, but I did test them out to see what the hype was all about. So I went to my plan page because I thought, oh, okay, maybe I can use one of the highlight colors to differentiate the part of my planner where it's actual lesson plans here and then notes. So you guys can see that I put just like a highlighter down the side to kind of create a border and separate it. And I like it. I mean, if nothing else, I just like the fact that I have some pretty colors that I can highlight with that are no longer just yellow, orange, and green. So these were about, I want to say $16 at Target. I'll include the link in the description box. That's it. I am done talking to you guys for the week, not because I want to, but because at some point I got to get this stuff edited. I hope you guys have had an amazing week. My final plugs, please make sure that you have joined Teachers Connect, and don't just join, get on there and interact with it. If you're interested in joining my donors or donating to my DonorsChoose Project, I will leave that in the description box. I need less than $300 at this point. And if you haven't, watched my other videos, make sure to do that. But really, more than anything, if you're a teacher out there, enjoy your summer, rest, relax, take as many naps as you can, exercise, do all the things you don't have time to do during the school year. And if you're not a teacher and you're just watching for fun, I hope that you enjoyed this vlog and keep watching. So until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday.